Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Downshift. My name is Orest. Today we are analyzing this video of 3 C8 prototypes and 1 Stingray that are cruising. There are also some photos that I will display at the end of this video showcasing 5 prototypes in total and 3 Stingrays. So definitely stay tuned if you're interested in an analysis of the prototypes and all the other info that I have. First of all, I just wanted to thank Joel not only for letting us use this footage, but also for taking this video in the first place. If you want to check out his channel, he is on YouTube as PrettyFast1000. For those of you that may notice, he is filming with PDR. He has a C7 Z06, which also explains how he can keep up with the prototypes who are definitely not going easy on the throttle in some instances. Let me just play a couple of quick clips to show you. So just some quick background, this video was filmed in the San Jacinto Mountains in California, but then the collection of vets make their way down to the city streets. Before I do jump into analyzing the photos and the video, I want to discuss the exhaust and the engine noise. You can clearly hear the supercharger whine in that C7 Z06, but you can't really make out the noise of the test fleet. However, we do get a taste of them driving by, and I'll insert those clips right here. Again, it's quite difficult to fully make out the sound, but the second clip is a bit more clear than the first using PDR sound, which is the performance data recorder for those of you that aren't sure how this is being filmed. I'm assuming he switched to his phone for some better sound quality in the last clip though. So if you listen very closely, you can hear a little bit of down-low grumble, especially when the last C8 passes. The prototypes do sound quite aggressive and seem like they really just want to scream, but I still feel like we don't have too much to go off of. I was so curious after watching the video that I actually reached out to Joel again and asked if he heard anything that might give us some clues as to what sort of motor they have. But all he told me was that the cars overall sounded pretty quiet and it was really hard to get a read on the motor. Luckily, Joel has also provided us with photos once the prototypes have stopped. And I would say that these are indeed the most telling. From what I can see, these are definitely wider than standard, and the rocker panels are the first indication. They seem a little bit more aggressive, but it could just be the camo playing tricks on my eyes. However, it's those covered rims that just scream carbon fiber to me, because the finish looks so different than a regular alloy. They don't have the silver finish, or they don't look like the leaked black rims that we have previously seen on what we're certain was a Z06. To add to that wheel theory, it looks to have the super low profile sport tires as well. I will say that the most confusing feature at this point is the quad exhaust setup, which is exactly like the Stingray. The dual pipes are placed on the exterior sides, which is strange because we've already seen a few center mounted exhaust prototypes cruising around as well. The rear diffuser is also very similar to the Stingray. Looking at these two features, this really makes me want to say it's the Grand Sport or the E-Ray. However, a slight glimpse of something catches my eye that may make me think otherwise. If we look exactly at this photo, looking at the top of the rear trunk, we can see a bump just at the very end. So the camo edge seems to dip down a bit, which indicates to me that they either put in extra padding to throw off the dimensions, or they're hiding something like a retractable wing in there. because it does look different to a normal C8, which is entirely flush at the very edge of the rear end. Take a detailed closer look and let me know what you think, because I've also found another small detail, which is the side blade. It seems to be poking out in a much more exaggerated fashion than the regular C8. Might just be my eyes, but it seems to be a lot more sharp and present. Again, you guys let me know. My honest thought is that these could potentially be the Z06s, and the center exhaust C8s that we've seen numerous times could even be the ZR1. Obviously they would seemingly be testing too early in the development stage, but that would just be a random guess of mine. Interestingly enough, once the vehicles are stopped and together, we can clearly see that the 3 prototypes weren't the only goodies making an appearance today, but there were an extra 2 that were spotted once the vehicles pulled into a parking lot of a hotel, which is where I'm assuming the team is staying for a couple of days, and then they probably hop onto the next location, or else they just attract too much attention from curious eyeballs, which is exactly how Joel found out about these prototypes. He got a tip-off from somebody that he knew. So just to tally it up here, there are 5 prototypes in total and 3 stingrays. 2 are Accelerate Yellow and 1 Beautiful Blade Silver, which is now unfortunately a discontinued color, which makes it quite rare in itself. I will say though, even from the photos, I can't tell with any certainty if these are all Z06s or E-rays. They could even be a mix, but either way, we're just extremely excited to start seeing these uncovered and naked for the world to see. So that is my analysis of these cars and all the information that we have at this time. I would have truly loved to be there in California to see these things in person, but unfortunately for me, I'm stuck in cold Toronto, Canada, and I'm pretty sure it means that I'll never get to witness any of these C8 prototypes testing in person. Do let me know in the comments below if you think these are Z06s or E-rays, or if you think there's something else entirely. As always, like if you enjoy and consider subscribing for more awesome Corvette updates. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.